The thrill of it all just crescendos and falls like the season. We were ever so born when they asked what you wanted to be then. We were reckless and nervous of servitude. We had nothing to do. You can eat what you want, leave the rest in the fridge for the morning. You're the one that told me that life with a plan that ain't living. We were reckless and nervous of servitude. We had nothing to do again. Well, the thrill of it all just crescendos and falls like the season. We were ever so born when they asked what you wanted to be then. We were reckless and nervous of servitude. We had nothing to do again. Sing to me of New Orleans. Pick me out in that crowd. Wondered how you've been living. It's so good to see you right now. Don't wanna bore you with questions about shit in our past. I just wanna know one thing. Have you figured it out? Won't you play me a good one? A one that'll rip your heart out. I'll pour some whiskey and we'll drink till the bottom falls out. It's never enough. Got a call from your brother. Your mom's not doing well. Seems the cancer is spread now. Chemo don't seem to help. Your old man's back to working, cleaning down at the school. His insurance and pension couldn't cover the medical bills. Know you're headed to Shreveport. Close your eyes for a while. Guess I'll see you when I see you. Please take care of yourself. Won't you play me a good one? A one that'll rip your heart out. I'll pour on some whiskey and we'll drink till the sun comes up. It's never enough.
Well, and there it is. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. Hi. This is us. How come that's not doing that? Oh, I know what it is. I want to be this. We're going to put this over here. Yeah, change on the fly. Hi, everybody.
Howdy.
How's it going? I moved everything around like normal. It's an affliction of mine. I move everything around too much, and wait, you can see I got everything all messed up. There. Wait, that's better. Okay.
There we go.
Excuse me. And I had this window all set up, but it's the wrong window. And Cameron can see that it's the wrong window.
It's the wrong window.
It just says we will begin soon, and we can't see what's going on, and that's not the right window. So we're gonna make that go away. We're gonna look at this window. So, welcome. All right. So as you can see, we have a guest today. Da-da-da-da.
Howdy.
Cameron is here. Oh, wait, I feel naked. All right. So we have a guest today. We have my friend Cameron. Now, Cameron and I, we met, I don't know, it was like a year and a half ago, maybe.
I think longer than that, maybe about two and a half years.
I guess it was. It's the time flies when you're having fun. A while back, right about the time when my friends talked me out of quitting music, I decided to go out and play a couple of open mics, and sometimes that can be a challenge in that there are people of many different skill levels, and when you run across somebody who's like incredibly great, and you're sitting there and you go, "Oh, this guy's great," and hence this guy. I was sitting there and he played original songs, played them great, and I was like, oh. And I went and talked to him, and he's like, yeah, I'm playing here this Sunday, which was one of my favorite stories that I tell all the time, which when I came to see you that Sunday at that place, they had the gambling machine that was probably this close to you, and that woman never got up the whole set.
Oh, I didn't. After you left, it got even crazier.
Was that the day there was a fight or something?
Oh yeah, my mom almost fought somebody who was gambling. He was being an ass clown, but in the same sense is I blame the venue for creating that situation. It was one of the most interesting gigs I've ever played in my life, and yeah, my mom almost beat up.
So I'm not kidding. Like they set him in he was supposed to be outside. It rained, and then they moved him inside, and they shoved him in this corner next to the video poker machines. And there was a woman that was sitting on a stool. Cameron was on a stool in a corner playing his guitar, and the stool was probably this close to him, and she was sitting here, and the poker machine was here, and she had her back to him. She never got up the whole time.
She was completely considerate the whole time, and I asked her if I was bothering her, and she was like, "No, baby, keep playing." And I'm like, all right. I had no problem with her. It was the other guy that just was like shaking the machines and stuff. It was insane.
I always found it hilarious that she just was. She's like, I'm not leaving this machine. It's gonna pay out soon.
I hope it paid out for her. I hope it did.
All right, I wrote down. I found some stuff on. I tried to do some homework. It says you're a Midwesterner by way of Mid-South.
Yep, I've been living in the Midwest and the Mid-South, Memphis, Tennessee.
Is that where you grew up?
I grew up actually here in the Aurora area, and
and then you went down there.
Yeah.
We talked about this a while back, and I didn't remember that part. And when I read that today, I was like, well, I must have smoked a lot of weed back in the day. It's been 15 years since I've been so clean and sober, but I forget stuff still. So, yeah. And then it's the write-up said a songster who melds country, folk, and blues traditions with a modern, melancholy sensibility.
That's what my buddy says.
That's pretty deep.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
So
good.
I was like, I'm gonna use that.
It's very good. It's but in truth, when we met and you're like, yeah, I got this EP online, and I listened to it, and as is the case with me, oftentimes I'll give somebody a reference, and then they'll get back to me and go, this is really good. Like they're surprised, you know. It was outstanding, and I was at work, like, you know, I remember where I was working, and I listened to it like several times over the course of a week, like just kept listening to it, and I really enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to the new record, and the advanced rough mix of the tune that you gave me is outstanding. You guys are gonna love it. So. I believe he says he's going to play one. We worked on it a little bit here before we turn things on. So I think unless he decides forget it, I'm not doing it. I think you're going to get a treat.
I'm on the fence.
Still deciding. All right, so I wrote down a couple questions. Do you remember writing your first song?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
How old were you?
I didn't pick up an instrument until I was 18 or 19. And it was probably around 18 or 19. Yeah.
So writing,
I remember writing.
Starting right away, writing was part of the beginning
writing
stages.
Was before I even knew how to play an instrument. I remember writing it. I was working at a machine shop, and I wrote it on break, and it's god awful.
It's
terrible.
That's irrelevant.
I was just like, holy cow, I could actually do this, but like it wasn't good in terms of, but it was like a start.
Do you remember the title? You don't have to. That was a bonus question. You remember writing it though?
Yeah. That one's been burned a long time ago.
Right. I remember writing the first one. The first couple I wrote with my high school friends, and I still play the third one we ever wrote.
You always get a couple good ones out of the first few.
Right. That's the MeL Muzic classic is "Dirty Old Car," which was written with Todd.
It's a great title for it.
Todd and Jeff and Kyle was in on that, and then Chuck, you know, along the way, who now plays with me still. So those are the high school friends. And then let's see. Do you have other recorded material besides the EP? The EP is called Killing Spree, which is fantastic.
Not publicly released.
No.
Were
you ever in other bands?
Yeah, I was in a band called Left Hand Signal. I was at trio. That we were really, really, really good. It just didn't work out with personnel. So
That's often the case.
yeah, it was like a 2 month.
2 months only.
Two months, and yeah, we played a lot of gigs in a short period of time, and it just fizzled out.
2 months. I know bands that can't even practice in 2 months.
It felt like we practiced almost all the 2 months. We put in like 6-hour practices sometimes.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it was too much at times, but yeah.
That's a lot. All right. Well, why don't we try a song? Because I have a tendency, if you're new to this, generally what this has been in the past, what I started here was the MeL Muzic channel, and it was the stream to no one, and I called it the stream to no one because when I started it, nobody was listening, nobody was watching, nobody's paying any attention. It was completely self-indulgent. It was a way for me to create content, and play songs and have an outlet for things that I did. And then at another point, I invited a couple, at different points along the way, I invited a few friends. And it's kind of grown, and I've been doing it for, going on 10 months or something like that. And it's been a lot of fun. And so if you're new, it's generally a song and a story from me. If there's a guest, we do a couple songs, and so we're gonna move along. I have a tendency to jibber jabber too much, but let me see what we have here. That's that. I'm gonna play. Oh, I wanted to do this. If at the beginning, normally I play something from my catalog, but today we played something from Cameron's. There's a big glare. Let me see if I can. All right. So that was from the EP Killing Spree, which, by the way, I love the high part in that song.
Oh yeah, I appreciate that. We used rubber bands for that.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
That was the trick, because I can't do that. Maybe I'll try that.
Yeah. The trick is getting them on at the right moment.
And not making any noise.
And having somebody you can trust.
I see. I see. All right, wait.
Is it the goat?
Fred in reference to your joke there. All right, which one do you want to do?
I might as well start with the one off the new record.
This is the world premiere then. Wouldn't this be the world premiere?
I played it out a couple places.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
So it's not.
But yeah, just not really like.
It's the internet premiere?
Sure. This one's the title track. It's called Burn Something Beautiful. It's kind of about when things are going well, that tendency that you have to crash and burn things. It's kind of a pathological thing. I don't know. Took me a long time to realize that was something I tended to do. So, yay, self-actualization and aging.
Congratulations.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, whenever you're ready. Bust this one
it's rolling. So
cool.
I'm just double checking stuff.
Gotcha.
I'll just follow you.
Sweet. Here we go. Every time I step into that light, get them self-destructive blues. By and by, I've been worried all my life. I'm still learning how to lose. Well, laughter comes tomorrow. Those who cry at night, it's just something to remember. In this loaded dice life we fight, a good refrain the structure from a wreckage left behind. Oh, but time again I find
I were you, I'd find better things to do. Consider me someone you knew. Ignore my calls, feel any sense at all. I still got them same old blues. Well, laughter comes tomorrow. For those who cry at night, it's just something to remember. In this loaded dice life we fight, I couldn't refrain the structure from the wreckage left behind. Oh, but time again I find I burn something beautiful. Every time I burn something beautiful.
Yay! That was great.
Yeah,
I love that song.
appreciate it.
When you sent me the mix last week, I listened to it a bunch of times, and the words are really, really great, and dealing with, you know, a tough subject that I could certainly relate to, and I understand.
Yeah,
And
whatever you want to call it, shooting yourself in the foot, the same thing.
sure.
Yeah.
Well, and written very eloquently. Well done.
I appreciate that. I really do.
Well done. It really sounds great, and that was only a rough mix, so I can't wait to hear polished up a bit. Okay, so let me check something here. Somewhere in the middle of that, my brain started to go sound man thing started happening, and then I'm like, oh wait, gee, too late. That happens to me a lot.
You're totally good. You're totally good.
Sorry.
Being the musician and the producer is a very, very tough gig.
It's worse when it's live. Like I was telling somebody that recently, I was explaining that, like, bringing sound, organizing the band, talking to the venue, blah blah blah, and then we start, and I'm Mike, could I have a little of this in my monitor, blah blah, and sometimes it's like the fourth or fifth song, and I realized I haven't thought one thing about what I'm playing. Everything is about sound. This, and all of a sudden you go, I should probably be focusing on this.
You're used to playing long shows as well, and it kind of becomes autopilot at one thing. It's or muscle memory,
Right.
And everything you do is kind of maintaining that 2 or 3 hours of music, so you can do all those other things. Right. And
I prefer to focus a little harder.
Of course.
I remember my friend once was lucky enough to open for, like, I think it was Los Lobos. I saw them at Double Door opening, and they did a half-hour set, and he was like, it was like we weren't even warmed up. Like, we're used to playing 3 or 4 hours. Like, 30 minutes is nothing,
It really is, and you can sneeze 30 minutes and then it's gone.
When you're playing music, 30 minutes seems like nothing. So
Yeah.
it goes by in a blink of an eye.
That's why we do it. It's fun.
Because it's fun. All right. So, you want to try the other? No, it was.
We can do Poplar Auburndale. We can mess with what you get. Actually, you got your bass out now.
Yeah, let's do
Cool.
that one, because that is the first one on the EP, right? That was the lead off on the EP.
The one I just played.
No, the Poplar Auburndale, right?
Yeah,
Auburndale.
It's on my old EP that came out in like 2017 or 2018 called Killing Spree.
Right.
And this song, Poplar Auburndale, was a place I lived at when I was living in Memphis, Tennessee. It's an intersection. It's in Midtown Memphis. It's a great area, but we had a really shitty landlord, and it just ended up really weird. And The song kind of came out when I was taking mushrooms for like the second time ever. Yeah, but,
right on.
It worked, but yeah, it was an interesting time.
I can attest to that can lead to an interesting day.
Yeah.
Sometimes good, sometimes not.
Well, the hilarious thing is our apartment was so shitty at the time that we had black and white checkerboard floor, and it was so off kilter, tilted, and bent. Like when I came in there and I was on mushrooms, I wasn't sure if the floor was right or if it was me. It was just kind of. It was the shittiest apartment I've ever. We had the worst landlord. But
there's still time.
Yeah. I went back actually earlier this year, and that godforsaken place is still there.
You were hoping they knocked it down, weren't you?
I don't know. It's probably put together with bubble gum. Well, I don't know. I don't know what the hell.
Bubble gum can be pretty
together.
Strong.
Anyway, this one's called Poplar Auburndale. Poplar Auburndale by the light of the moon, shed the stained sidewalks looking back at you. Hopelessly open for the words to use, like water in a drought. Well, they just don't come out. Won't you pick me up and put me down, drag my name all over town, do just what you're gonna do. You can't pretend to still be friends when all of the evidence is scattered throughout the living room. Tell the truth. Sitting in the car, just waiting on you, running out of smokes and excuses to use. Bourbon bedded breath, and I'm stuck like glue. Well, nothing left to say. We don't need the abuse. Won't you pick me up and put me down, drag my name all over town, do just what you're gonna do. You can't pretend to still be friends when all of the evidence is scattered throughout our living room. Tell the truth. We'll Poplar Auburndale by the light of the moon, shed and stain the sidewalks looking back at you. Hopelessly open for the words to use, like water in a drought. Well, they just don't come out. Like water in a drought. Well, they just don't come out.
Right on.
That was the second time we played that. That sounded pretty darn good.
It's actually the first time we played it all the way
Yeah.
through. Because the first time we only did parts of it. So that was great. That was great. That was fun.
Definitely nice.
That was fun. All right. I like that song. It's got a great feel, and it's got a good beat I can dance to it.
There we go.
All right. Let me move around here. If only there was a not instrument switching music. All right. Oh, wow. Oof. That is entertaining right there.
I've always wanted to get a job at like a theater where I'm just playing live, like in between like the old sessions, like
incidental music.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
That's good. I like
that's
that.
why I wasn't born in this. I wasn't born in the right time.
Do you feel like you're born in the wrong place and time?
Yeah, because I could have been on the boardwalk in Atlantic City at like the little 5-cent things, just playing the music to those silent movies.
I often feel like I was not born in the right time at all. That's
but also I'm like super thankful for Hot Pockets. So
that's the thing for you, huh? The Hot Pockets.
I don't know. They're either frozen in the middle or they're like molten lava. So
Never really a Hot Pocket guy.
they're not good for you.
I like plenty of things that aren't good for me. That's not the thing. I like plenty of things that aren't good for me. It's
We haven't played this one all the way through. I'm gonna try my best to suit you and not step on you. But
well, though, yeah, and I know
is
I know you've watched. I know you're a religious consumer of this product. No, you're not. But I know you said you've watched a few of them. But the whole concept is this is just good, bad, or indifferent. We step out, we try some things. Putting the capo way up here is really making my guitar go. I don't think I like this so much, but this I was trying to figure out what I was gonna play, and what I chose to play is something that I accidentally started playing a while ago. The same person that I've referred to a couple times, which is my friend Chuck, who Chuck Sansoni plays drums in the band right now. Chuck and I have been friends since junior high. Chuck is an amazing musician, incredible drummer. We were in the school band together. We've been friends since way back, and he's the kind of a friend where you'll just get a random text or a reference like, here's a song that I listened to that I dug today, and like just sometimes it's something you've heard a million times and haven't heard in forever, like this song in particular, and sometimes it's something that you've never heard in your life and you just are glad you now are aware of it. But maybe, I don't know, probably sometime in the last year, 6, 8, 9 months ago, I just got a text like, here, and it was Tracy Chapman's talking about a revolution, and I was like, yeah, man, it's a song from 30 years ago, 35 years ago, but it's great. It's a great song. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to learn this. And I learned it, and I learned it the way she did it. And it was fine. It was fine, it was all right. And then recently I started messing around with just trying to figure out a different way to do it. And as I was telling Cameron, I was just taking the capo and putting it in different places and trying to sing it differently. and I found this spot in this way that I was playing it, and then I was terrified I was going to forget what I was doing, so I immediately got my phone and recorded it and that way I wouldn't forget it, because that happens to me quite often. So this is just something I recently developed, and we're going to take a shot at it. And as many times on this stream, half of the fun is that we are walking a tightrope and could fall to our death at any moment. So it might be a bit of an extreme.
Hope we don't die.
That sounds pretty muted, doesn't it?
Sounds pretty good, actually.
Does it?
Yeah, I think it sounds really good. I think your arrangement on this is pretty nice.
Don't you know, we're talking about revolution, and it sounds like a whisper. Don't you know, we're talking about revolution, and it sounds like a whisper. While they're standing in the welfare lines, crying on the doorsteps, those armies of salvation, wasting wasting time in the unemployment line, sitting around waiting for the promotion. Don't you know, talking about revolution, and it sounds like a whisper. All people gonna rise up, get their share. All people gonna rise up, take what's theirs. People gonna rise up, get their share. All people gonna rise up, take what's theirs. But you know you better run, 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 run. Talk about a revolution. You know you better run, 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 run. Talk about a revolution. Finally the tables starting to turn. Finally the tables starting to turn. About a revolution. Standing in the welfare lines, crying on the doorsteps, armies of salvation, wasting time in the unemployment line, sitting around waiting for the promotion. Don't you know, talking about revolution, and it sounds like a whisper. Oh, people gonna rise up. People gonna rise up, get what's theirs. Oh, people gonna rise up, get what's theirs. All people gonna rise up to what's theirs.
Hopefully I didn't step on you too much.
That was good.
That's
Again,
a fun one to play, man. That is a fun one.
it is. You know, sometimes the simple ones are the best ones. So that was great. I enjoyed that. I liked what you were doing. That was fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you get a chance, look up Cameron's stuff. Coming out soon. I know you got some work.
Hopefully quite soon. Everything's done tracking wise. It's just got to be mixed and mastered at this point. So
You got some work to do, but I will for sure let you know when it's out. And then and for sure social media stuff. You can look for links and whatever in our social media things. Coming up in September, the Two Brothers Show, the MeL Muzic Two Brothers Show, if you're not aware. melmusic.com. I think that's the only announcements I have right now. Doing the open mic stuff a lot. You got any announcements you want to make?
On the 23rd, I'll be playing a charity event for Pause Chicago at the Underground Lounge in the city. It's $15 at the door. Everything goes to Pause Chicago. So if you could make it out, that'd be cool. I'm not sure if they're doing like an on-site adoption like dog adoption thing, but I think so. More details to come, but
big fans of my wife and I are big fans of that. So I think that brings us to the joke of the day.
all right.
So that's the joke
my
of the
favorite
day,
part.
which is Fred the screaming goat. So we go to the mailbag, the mailbox. In the mailbox, as you can see, it's overflowing. So in the mailbox today, we have this one. Today is from. This one is from Bartholomew
Okay.
in Springfield. He's 10.
All right. So he's our age.
He's 10 years old. It's
Mentally.
It's less of a joke. It's more of a question. It says, "Is butt cheeks one word,
That's a good
or would it be better if I spread them apart?"
Oh, Bartholomew.
Maybe he should call Moe's and ask Mo.
He had me genuinely thinking, like, is butt cheeks 2 words? Because I was like, well, is shoehorn 2 words? And I'm like, I didn't even hear the punchline yet. That's where my brain went to.
It's the joke of the day, man.
It is what it is, man.
Right. Come on. Come on. It's got a sticky button. All right. I think we've covered everything. I'm certain I've forgotten something because I usually do, but
I appreciate you having me, Mike.
sure, it was a great pleasure. And well, I think what we need to do is when the record does come out, let's
Yeah.
do it again.
Absolutely.
And do a couple more off the record,
Yeah.
and then that will give me time to be more prepared.
Yeah, no problem.
Which is, in theory, I'll be more prepared, but likely that I fly by the seat of my pants pretty much every day. So, thank you all, and have a good week. And what am I going to do next week? I don't know. Did anybody? Let's see. Did anybody? No. Wait. The chat burned up today. See that? Look at all that.
There's so many chats.
I know. It's crazy, isn't it? it's crazy. Oh, subscribe. That's the thing. So please subscribe. If I get over 50 subscribers,
Yeah, click that subscribe button.
yeah, right. Smash that subscribe button. But if you can, please subscribe. It helps. All right. All right. Have a wonderful day and good night, and have a pleasant tomorrow. I think that was somebody else's. Anyways, you got to do the melting face. I'm melting. Ah.